There we go. Hi, everybody. Those of you who have just turned on now, then here we've just, oh my God, let's start again. Okay, let's put my teeth in, switch my brain onto the right channel. I've been like this all day. This moon has scrambled my brain somewhat, I have to say. It's like I can't even get my words out, and I don't even think it's menopause. So we've just lit a candle to open the circle to welcome in the light. And now I'm just going to cleanse the space for us all. Some Palo Santo, which is my personal favorite. So much less acrid than white sage, which has a lot of people coughing, including myself. There we go. Okay. Oh, okay. So I'm just going to do some energy clearing and some grounding with you all, for you individually and for the spaces that you're in and the space that we're in collectively. And just closing your eyes if you wish. Just calling back your energy from across time and space, all people and events. Calling back your energy now. Calling it back to you now, cleansed and transmuted into white healing light with the divine purpose of healing and expansion for yourself and for all others. Bringing divine white light into you and into the space that you're within, the space around you, and in this space that collectively that we're in now. And now just sending down a connection into Mother Earth, to the very heart of Mother Earth. Reaching the heart of Mother Earth, instantly receiving all that you need for grounding, the strength, the support, the stability, the decisiveness. Bringing this up into the body, into the energy bodies, into all the energy centers, and into the heart space, and expanding within the heart space. And now setting up a connection to divine source, to the very heart of source, and instantly receiving all that you need for clarity, for vision, for wisdom, for truth, and for the deepest intuitive knowing. Bringing this down now, instantly receiving, bringing it down into the body, into the energy bodies, and into all of the energy centers. Bringing it into the heart space and expanding within the heart space. And now these energies expanding within the heart space, mixing and merging. Now expanding further, filling you completely. Filling out into your energy around you, surrounding you, holding you. Above, below, within, and all around. Knowing that you have all that you need this evening in this space. For intuitive knowing, for confident decision making, for healing and releasing, removing all that no longer serves. I'm going to call in our guides, calling in the entirety of your spiritual support team and all beings of 100% pure love and light to work with us and through us, to hold this space for us. We're calling in the ancestors now to create this ancestral circle collectively and individually for each of you. Calling in the ancestors now. Ask them to stand upon the perimeter of the circle, to hold space for you, to bring their love, their guidance, and their wisdom want you to thank all those who've come to work with you and through you to guide you. Thank them now and offer love. And we're bringing divine white light into you, into the space around you, into your individual and our collective ancestral circle, into the space all around. And now I invite you to set your own intentions. The intention for what you wish to gain from this evening and this 28-day journey that this is the start of. Set intentions for all that you wish to and hope. Wish and hope. Hope is a word that's come in. To release, to heal, to let go of. Setting an intention for the highest healing, for your highest purpose. And just bringing yourselves back now. Very slowly, very gently. Body and into this space. And just opening your eyes when you're ready. Okay, my lovelies. Just a little bit of housekeeping. Like always, no matter how many times you come and do the work, I'll always do the housekeeping. I think it's really, really important. Just to say that I'm here holding space for you in this time that we have together and also beyond the time that we're here in this room. But also I ask that you hold space for yourself, that you take full responsibility for your emotional and your physical well-being. So if you need to go for a wee, if you need to switch the screen off for 5-10 minutes, just so that you can give your brain or your eyes a little bit of a rest. If you need to get up and move around, then do what you need to do to keep yourself comfortable and to keep yourself conscious here in the moment and alert. Water, I've already talked about this before we started recording. Lots of it while we're doing it, afterwards, and in the days to come. You are going to be releasing all kinds of stuff, and what we don't want is for you to be holding on to anything that no longer serves. Yeah, so let's help the physical body and also our energy body to release everything after we've done the work tonight. Keep breathing is another really important thing, and we can have a propensity to hold our breath when we're doing such work, and just notice if you are, and just allow that breath to flow through, and to say that sometimes big emotions can start coming up. They can kind of surprise us at times. And if they do, just want you to put your hand on your heart space and just take some slow, steady breaths in through your heart and slow, steady breaths out. You can just imagine the breath coming in and out through your heart or your heart space, whatever works for you. Just slow, steady breath in, slow, steady breath out. If your mind is really busy or the emotion feels super, super big, then you can count it in your head. So you can count it in 1, 2, 3, 4. Count it out 1, 2, 3, 4. Even better, 1, 2, 3, 4 in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out. And just keep on doing that. And you'll, after maybe 8, 10, 12 breaths, you'll come back into emotional regulation. So that'll be really good. And this is a really good tool for you to use at absolutely any time. So I really encourage you to sit up as much as you can so that you can stay alert and also so that your energy can flow really freely. I'm a wriggler, a total wriggler. So you move about as much as you need to, wriggle as much as you need to. It is not about sitting still like, gosh, like we're in church on a saint's day or something. Do you know what I mean? And you've all got to sit there all super good. None of that. Wriggle, 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 move your body, whatever you need to do. Okay, housekeeping over. Oh, I'm really excited. Had to kind of like give myself a little check-in before because I was just changing my top and I was just like, I feel it. It feels really, really big and really potent. And I'm so excited for you because who knows what's going to happen? There's always something. And I'm going to ask Michelle at the end if she would like to share something about last month, but I won't ask you till the end if that's all right, Michelle. Because you said, oh, it's made such a difference already. And I was kind of like, oh, now I'm really curious. I want to know what the difference was. Really, really keen to know. So remind me at the end if I haven't remembered. Okay, please. Thank you. So who has got pen and paper or journal or whatever? You all got one? Yeah, brilliant. Okay. So we're gonna start now with, well, actually, let me go back one step. We're going to do some insight questions so you can really hone in on what you're going to work on tonight, what we're going to take into the healing part of the ancestral circle. Then we'll go into the ancestral circle, we'll do the work, fully guided throughout, so you won't have to take any notes or anything like that. And then we'll do some sharing, then we'll just come back to ourselves and ground. We'll close the circle and also share what's going on next month as well. Okay. All right. Any questions at the moment? All good. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. Okay. Pen and paper, they're ready. This is not an exam. There's no right answer. It's only your answer. That's the only thing. So I want you to think about, kind of like look back over your life and think about the times when you have experienced fear, shame, guilt, worry, embarrassment, confusion, frustration, or any of the big, heavy emotions around making decisions. Just want you to make a little list. It might just give each one of them kind of like a code name or a title. I'll give you some time to do that. All busy writing. So I'm guessing there's lots of things coming up, which is really great. I'm just going to give you another minute because this is something you can come back to. Now I'm going to invite you to consider about when you did make a decision, so looking back over your life, when times when you did make a decision and you got it really wrong, just jot down 1, 2, or 3 things, whatever comes up. Now, when you made a decision and you got told off, you got in trouble in some way. Now, when you made that decision you thought was right, and somebody else told you that you were wrong. You'd made a bad decision, a bad choice. It wasn't the right thing. And it doesn't even have to be something big. It might even just be something quite small. A really common one is around options and exam choices. And now, just going to ask you to think back where perhaps you made a decision and there was a really big consequence of you making that decision. Really significant consequence. It's going to give you a few more seconds. As I said, these questions will be in the resource pack for you to go back to them along with some other insight questions. So you can really dive in over the next 28 days and bring up everything that is there and have the opportunity to work through them. So we're kind of going to do the same now, well, the same kind of thing. I want you to think about when you did not make a decision and there was some consequence. So that maybe you got told off. Maybe there was a consequence because you didn't make the decision. Maybe you were told that you were wrong for not making that decision. Maybe you believe that you were wrong in some way because you did not make that decision. And sometimes, well, remember, no decision is still a decision, but we don't see it like that often at the time. Yeah. So kind of like when you just decided to do nothing, or when you might even have missed the deadline for a decision, kind of miss the opportunity. I've definitely been good at that throughout my lifetime. You all are going to be very, very busy, this next 28 days with the amount that you're writing down. This is fabulous. It's like changed women by the end of it. It's like, my word, Joe, I don't even feel like me. Making decisions at a rate of knots, trusting my intuition constantly, completely. Brilliant. Okay. So just coming back now, I want you to consider that, look at your list and whatever is there. And I just want you to look at, as you look down the list, which is the one jumps out at you and kind of you go, oh gosh, what is that? Kind of, it might feel really big, it might feel like almost like a visceral reaction, maybe it evokes a strong emotion, maybe a memory or a belief comes up, kind of feels the biggest or the heaviest. So I want you to choose one, just for now. And once you have that, and if you're able, I would really love you to share that in the chat, just so I can see what you're going to focus on this evening. If it's really personal to you, and you feel like you want to keep it to yourself, you can also, or whether you don't want to share it with everybody, you can just send that chat just privately to me. So it gives you the option to do that to everyone or just to me. You can even just give it a code name, like a title. I see Michelle typing away. We always look so serious, don't we, when we're typing? Oh, I dare to think some of the faces that I pull. Okay. Okay, so this is a big one, Michelle. Michelle saying, going away for my birthday with my daughter, leaving the dogs with my son because a friend should have had them, but I'd let them down. The dogs chased him out. He didn't come home. And a couple of days later, I found he'd been run over. So is that the dog had been run over? Okay. Oh, that's really sad, Michelle. I'm sorry about that, my love. Was that a long time ago?
It was a couple of years.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Michelle. And Hannah is saying, okay, that was a big situation within the family. Okay. All right. Thank you for sharing that, Hannah. And Rebecca's saying, not following through with learning to drive, never taking my test through fear. Oh, let's hope we can shift that along, hey? I think you could definitely get yourself through that. Looks like Jan is tippity-tapping. So this is a good opportunity to have a little bit of water. And Jan is saying, making a choice for me and someone I love, suffering as a consequence. Okay, Jan. Okay, my lovely. Thank you. So, meaty, I shall say, that were taken into into the ancestral circle. What I'm going to invite you to do is to kind of, if they can feel the big emotion coming up, because they're all really, really potent memories, aren't they? Yeah, of decisions that you've made that are way heavy on you. You can feel the big emotions. Remember, do some heart breathing. And what you can also do is just to take, literally imagine yourself taking a step away from yourself. Yeah. It's kind of like take one step away, then another step away, and just observe yourself in that space. And then when it feels okay, just kind of come alongside yourself rather than kind of being right in it. Okay. All right, my love. So I'm gonna put down there. This is the exciting bit. So ancestral circle. We're going to go in a minute, and the way this works is you each have your own ancestral circle. So as soon as I say call up your ancestral circle, the ancestors are going to be there. They've got your back. They're holding that space for you. Yeah. And it feels really strong, like they're ready for it. And what I want you to remember is the ancestors have gathered, the ones who need to be there, or need to be here, I should say, have arrived. They're here to hold space for you, and they are ready to take back what you've been holding isn't yours. Yeah, because we carry so much through the ancestral line, which is how so much of what is created in our own life cares. So we might think it's all to do with us, but there's so much of it that has come through, like we've carried this through. And the ancestors, they really do. They've got your back. They literally have. And they want to take this from you so that it can then be passed all the way down the ancestral line, healed all the way down to the very point of origin. So by you kind of relinquishing the hold of this, of whatever you're holding, you know that you're healing it for everybody in your ancestral line, all the way back to where this very first started, and whatever you're holding has occurred many times through the ancestral line. And even if it's not the same specific situation, how it feels and the beliefs that were formed and the fears that were formed, they have been carried through. Okay. So you're healing that for yourself, you're healing it for everybody who came before you, and you're also healing it for everybody who comes after you. So it always feels like it goes all the way down there and it gets healed, and then suddenly it comes up, and then the healing goes through and that feels lovely. Even just doing that, I can feel the energy of it. It's beautiful, really, really beautiful. So don't feel like your conscious mind, your conscious self, if there's a part of you kind of like, oh no, it's my responsibility to hold on to this. This was my thing. Actually, no, it's never just ours. There's a collective responsibility, and you are the catalyst for healing this for you, as I said, for everybody else. So how beautiful that is. And when we heal for ourselves, it means we're healing for our world, for our planet, for our universe. Yeah. Every animal, every creature, every plant, every tree, every atom, every molecule. So what could be better than that? What better could you do with your Thursday evening than to heal yourself and help heal the world? All right, my loves. So just make sure that you're comfortable now. We're going to go on a little journey. It might feel that you might feel a bit heady, kind of a bit otherworldly. I want you to keep yourself as alert and conscious as possible. When we get into the ancestral circle, I'm going to be asking you questions and asking you to do things. And it may well be that we do a little bit of tapping as well, EFT tapping. It doesn't matter if you don't know how to do this, because I will guide you all the way through. I know Michelle and Jan and Hannah do know how to do this. Rebecca, have you done EFT tapping before? Yeah, you have. Fabulous. Okay. And I know others that are watching this on the replay, then a lot of you have done it before. If you haven't, don't worry, follow along. And then in the resources, I'll also put a link for you to download some information on how to do it all. So everyone wins. All right, my loves. Oh, okay. So just taking some breath, dropping down into the body. Coming out of the head and into the body. Breathing. Noticing the breath. Now it just starts to take its own rhythm. It starts to slow down. And just dropping right down inside the body now. Into the heart space. And all the way down. Deeper and deeper. With every breath. With every heartbeat. Going deeper and deeper. All the way down. Connecting in with every part of you. Every version of you. Ever held that fear, that guilt, that shame? Those big emotions around that decision that you made. It's knowing that you're safe, that you're in control now, that you are seen and heard, that you are accepted as you are for who you are, and fully received in love. Just notice what is rising to the surface, ready to be healed and released. What is rising from the shadows, waiting to be seen. I just want you to notice now everything there is to notice about that decision that you made. I want you to give it a number out of 10, where 10 is the most intense the emotions could feel about that decision. So that's fear or regret, or shame, or embarrassment, or sadness, whatever that is. Give it a number out of 10. Notice what the emotion is, what the main emotion is. Maybe there's more than one. Where you're holding it in the body. As you notice this is your benchmark, your somatic marker, so that you know where you're starting. You can calibrate. the starting point. I invite you now to call upon your circle of love, to activate the ancestors and your spiritual support team and all beings who are 100% pure love and light, and work with you and through you to guide you, support you, to bring their love and their wisdom. And if you haven't already, I invite you to step into your circle of love. As you step into your circle of love, bringing in divine white light into you and into the circle, into the space all around you. That's it. And now I invite you to welcome in all versions, all parts of you that have felt that same emotion, that have held those same beliefs. Inviting them in now into your circle. And there might be many, many versions of you. And the circle would expand to the size that it needs to, so that you can all fit within. Welcoming them in now into the circle. And as they gather, divine white light is coming in into you and into each and every version of you. I want you to connect with each other, that you know you're not alone, that you have community. It's not just you anymore. You feeling alone with this problem, with this decision and the consequence. And it might be that you could all do with a hug. So maybe there's a little bit of a hug fest. Connecting with each other, holding each other, sending love to and from each other. Oh, that feels lovely. And I want each and every version of you now to know that you're safe now, that you are in control in a good way. You are seen and heard. You are accepted as you are for who you are. And you are fully received in love. And we're just going to bring in a little bit more divine white light into you and into all the versions of you within. Now I just notice what color needs to come in to remove all fear of healing and releasing all that you hold. Bring it in that color now, whatever that color is, and maybe there's more than one, that's okay. Bringing that in now into you and into all versions within you. All versions, all parts. If you hear me puffing away, that's just me managing the energy, managing my energy. And what color needs to come in now to remove all resistance to healing and releasing? Bringing that in now, bringing that in, bringing in that color, removing all resistance to healing and releasing. There. And now, just inviting you to bring in whatever color needs to come in. Open the space limited possibilities and opportunities. Okay. Bringing that in now into all parts, all versions, all cells, all strands of DNA. And I want you to notice what color needs to come in for compassion and forgiveness of self and for others. Bringing that in now. Okay. I just want you to notice the youngest version of you there and ask them to step forward, to make themselves known in some way. And don't be surprised if they're really, really young, maybe even non-verbal or pre-verbal, maybe even preconception. Allow them to make themselves known to you now, to let them know they are truly loved, that they have done nothing wrong. This message is for all of you to receive, all versions and parts. You have done nothing wrong. It wasn't your fault. And to know that they are the child. It wasn't their fault. Bring them close to you now, but they'll allow you to. Just ask them what it is that they need to receive. A full resolution to take place. So we're going to do a little bit of tapping. And then I think we might even do some Ho'oponopono. That's been coming through that's really strong. But there's the space here for compassion, for forgiveness, for love. Okay. So inviting you all now just to start tapping with me. You can keep your eyes closed if you know the tapping points. And we're going to start tapping on the side of the hand. And I'm going to keep it really simple. And you are going to use whatever words that you need to use. Okay. So it might be as simple as, even though I made this decision and I feel really sad, or I regret what happened, or feel guilt, or whatever, shame, or whatever it is, accept this is how it is. Like, okay, I'm going to take you through this now, even though I made this decision and I feel all this shame and guilt, sadness, fear. I accept the decision that I made. It's the best decision I could make at that time. I choose right now to let it go with love, so I can be happy and free to be me and make decisions that support me without the fear of getting it wrong. And even though I made this decision, I've held this belief for so long. I choose right now to accept the decision that I made as the best one that I could make at the time. And I choose right now to let it go with love so I can be happy and free being me. I choose to let it go with love so I can trust my intuition and know that I'm making the right decision for me. I'm going to go to the top of the head. Removing this belief that the decision was wrong in some way. Start of the eyebrow, removing this belief that my decision wasn't the right decision. Side of the eye now, removing this belief that I should have made a better decision. Under the eye, removing this belief that this decision wasn't my best decision. Under the nose now, removing this belief that I should have made a different decision. For the chin, removing this belief that I'm not safe to make decisions. Under the collarbone now, you put your hand like this against on both sides, removing this belief and all beliefs that I'm not good at making decisions. Top of the head, removing this belief that I should have made a different decision. Start of the eyebrow, removing this belief that I was wrong to make this decision. Side of the eye, removing this belief that the decision wasn't mine to make. Under the eye, removing this belief I'll be punished if I make another decision like this. Under the nose, removing this belief that it's all my fault that I made this decision. Dip of the chin, removing this belief. With love. Under the collarbone, removing this belief. Under the arm, removing this belief. So I can make intuitive decisions. Inside of the wrist, removing this belief that I'm not safe to make decisions. And go to the side of the thumbnail now, if the nail meets the skin. Removing all fear of the fear of making decisions. So next one down, same place, side of the thumbnail, removing all fear of the fear. Of the fear of making decisions. Next one down, side of the thumbnail, moving all the fear of the fear. Of the fear of what might be if I make another decision. Next one down, removing all the fear of the fear. Of the fear, of all the fear. Of what might be if I make another decision like this. Next one down, little finger, last one. Removing all the fear of the fear. Of all the fear. Of what might be if I make no decision. And I make all decisions. That's it. Take a nice big breath now. I just invite you now to check in with yourself and just to notice that belief that you first identified. Notice what it's like now. Notice the intensity of the emotion or the emotions attached to it. And just give it a number. And if you noticed where it is in the body, just notice if that's the same or whether it's different in any way. I just want you to notice how many versions of you are now remaining in the circle with you. I just want you to raise your hand, just kind of give me a little wave if there are still some versions remaining with you in the circle. Would you say there's less than 10, more than 10? More than 10, give me a wave. Less than 10, give me a wave. Okay, fabulous. All right, less than 5. Okay, all right. So these versions of you that are there, just ask them, what is it that they need to know so that they understand they really are safe to make decisions that work for them? It might be they need to speak to someone. Maybe they need some knowledge. Maybe they need to ask some questions. I'll just give you a little time for them to do that. You might notice that some of them will just keep going. Just give me a wave if all of the versions are gone and there's just you there now. Yay, fabulous, Michelle. That's fabulous. Okay, and Jan saying yes. Great. And so those of you who've got a couple of versions still there, just ask them what color needs to come in full resolution to occur. Whatever that colour is, or maybe it's a whole heap of colours. I know Hannah's inner children are fond of rainbows, so maybe it's a rainbow. Who knows? Go, just bring those colours in now. That's it. Healing and releasing all that remains. Bring it in divine white light, into you and into any versions of you that are remaining. Bringing it into the circle, into the perimeter, into the space all around. And does anybody still have others remaining with them? Give me a wave if you do. No. Yes or no, Hannah? No. Fabulous. Oh, well done. Well done. Okay. I want you now to turn and face the ancestors. I want you to thank them for taking back all that was theirs and to receiving all that may have been yours. And just asking now for all that has been handed back and all that remains, for it to be now handed back with love. All the way down the ancestral lines, through all ancestral lines, through all timelines, all lifetimes, through all dimensions of space and time, for it to be handed back with love, to be healed and released to all points of origin. To be handed back now with love. Be healed and released to all points of origin. Be deleted and deactivated at all points of origin. To be sealed with love and light at all points of origin. And for divine wisdom to be received at all points of origin. But as that divine wisdom comes in, bringing that up and the healing that comes with it all the way up to the present time and beyond through all lines. For it to be received by all, past, present, future. All lifetimes, all timelines, all dimensions of space and time. All healing to occur and be integrated now. All wisdom to be received now. To be fully activated now. I want you to ask the ancestors what message they have for you. As you receive the message from your ancestors, I want you to notice if there's anything you would like to say to them or ask of them. Remember that the majority you will have never met before. I want you to thank the ancestors for their love and guidance, for their wisdom, for their understanding. I invite you now to ask your spiritual support team, all beings for 100% pure love and light, what message they have for you also. What gifts you may receive. receiving the messages, the gifts, the love. And as you do, just being sure that you've asked all the questions that you need to ask of all who are present. Whatever wisdom has been received, whatever wisdom and knowledge, I want you to now to send this down your future timeline. All the versions of you who have so many decisions to make. Every day, every week, every month, every year. And to send this wisdom, this learning to them. For them to receive it. To be of use, to be of service. Yeah, that's it. And for this wisdom now also should be sent down all directions of your timeline. Past, present, future. And parallel lives. Sent down through all past lives. That's it. I'm just noticing what colour needs to come in for this knowledge, for this wisdom to be integrated now. For your highest purpose, for your highest timeline. That's it. And as you are there with the ancestors, just going to do a little bit of Ho'oponopono, just the most simple version of Ho'oponopono. I invite you to say it out loud. You're saying this to yourself, to all versions who ever existed, and collectively to each other. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. All of you. Just as you are. Just take a nice big breath. Really blow it out. Now, I want you to thank all those who came to work with you and through you to hold space for you, to heal and support you. Thanking your spiritual support team and all beings of 100% pure love and light. Thank them now and release them with love. and your ancestors, thanking them and releasing them with love. That's it. And bringing divine white light into you and into the circle. And now releasing the energy of your circle of love, your ancestral circle, releasing it now from your energy and releasing your energy from the circle. And stepping now into your timeline, into this moment in time. Just very gently and slowly bringing yourself back into this space, into this body, into the here and now. Yeah, and just move your fingers, your toes, move your body a bit. That's it. Give yourself a free ticket to move. Oh, stretch. And highly recommend you give your arms a squeeze, really firm squeeze all the way up and down from the shoulders to your wrists, and even give your thighs and your knees a squeeze, and let your physical body know that you are back in charge. We're all in the same physical space that have you moving around and stamping your feet and all kinds of things. So have some water, please. That would be great. Fabulous. Wow. That felt incredible, by the way, everybody. It's like waves of love and beautifulness coming from you all. So what I would really, really love you to do now is just check in with yourself again and just notice that belief, so that decision that you made, the belief, the emotions. Just notice what that's like now. Is it the same? Is it different? Would you give it the same number out of 10 for the intensity of it? And if you noticed what it was like in your body, is that the same? Is that different? So just notice what that's like now. And I invite you to put into the chat just a few words of what that experience was like for you, and what that was like from the start of how it felt, that decision, how you felt about that decision, to what that feels like now. And however few words, and that can be as simple as, oh, I was this number and now I'm this number, and it feels however it feels. Or you can blather on as much as you like. I really don't mind, but I love it. What did you would like to offer? I'll give you some time to do that. Oh, how, Michelle, I feel empowered now to make decisions. What's that like, Michelle, like in the body? What do you notice that's different to before? Feel steady and stronger. And what was it like at the beginning, Michelle? More in my body, less in my head. Yeah. Embodiment. Yeah. Oh, I love that. Oh, I'm so excited for you, Michelle. Trusting my intuition. Yeah. We just have to get ourselves out the way, don't we? All that, all that stuff we carry around. Hannah saying from a 10 down to a 3. Yay. And a really encouraging message from the ancestors. Oh, it's time to forgive myself. Yes, it is, my lovely. Absolutely, it is. Yeah. And that message is for us all, that it's okay to forgive ourselves. Yeah, it's really okay to forgive ourselves. Let's be done with beating ourselves up. Yeah, it doesn't serve us, doesn't serve anyone else. And all it does is perpetuate it down the line. So I can see you tapping away. Oh, my computer's a bit slow. Come on, I can see you all. People have been tapping and then there you go, it's popping up now. The fear feels distant. Oh, you can see it rather than feel it, Jan's saying. And from an 8 to a 2, and the message was love yourself. Can you receive that, Jan? To love yourself. Yeah? Hannah, can you receive to forgive yourself? Yeah? Fabulous. Yes. Oh, I feel a lot of empowered decision making coming up. Rebecca's saying, I feel so much lighter, and the fear that my decision was rooted in has dissipated massively. Oh, Rebecca, I could really feel that. Oh, that's lovely. I recognize that it was tangled with a lot of other stuff, and I feel stronger and not defined by it. And not I feel stronger and not defined by the decision and many other decisions that have had a hold over me. I feel excited about things going forward. Yes. I very much would like a message, please, when you pass your driving test. Yeah. Fabulous. Yeah. Oh, how marvelous. Oh, this is wonderful. Okay. What do you notice? I know some of you have kind of have said a little bit to this, but if you haven't already said what the body feels like, I just want you to notice what the body feels like, what it feels like now that you've let that weight go. What's it like in the body? I really want you to notice that in this moment, because this is really key. I just want you to feel like physically, what you notice, what your energy feels like if you're someone who can do that for yourself. To notice everything there is to notice about it, because you can step into this at any time in the future to replicate it. I want you to take like an energetic snapshot what it's like for you right now. An embodied version of you. Oh, Michelle says, my energy feels strong and steady, very grounded and stable. That's fabulous, Michelle. Yes, it's like in my power. I've just reclaimed my power from this blooming thing. Yay! Oh, it's lovely. I've got all giddy and all the tingles going on. It's really nice. Oh, this is fab, 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 fab. I would like you just to share one word about one word to what's the word? I'm not embody. That's not the word I want. One word to signify how you feel about decision making going forward. Just one word. So I'll let you sneak in two if you're really struggling. Oh, Jan's saying body feels lighter, less tense. Heart feels more open. Yay! Michelle is confident. Yes. Confident to make decisions. More at ease. Becca, positive and excited. Michelle, I'm not even worried about making a wrong decision. Like, so what? Don't we all make wrong decisions? In fact, is there anything such thing as a wrong decision? Is it just the decision? This is the thing, is like we're so as humans, and the way that we're brought up to think about things is like we've got to be kind of right or wrong, haven't we? Which kind of implies that we're good or we're bad, or the decision was good or bad. And it's like it's just the decision. The decision is the decision. Yeah. Jan saying willing to just do it and acceptance of outcome. Yay. Okay. Now, I've just written those down because I'm going to give you something to do. You know what? When I was preparing the resources, finishing them off this afternoon, in the success tracker, I took out a column and I went, no, it's going to be too much. And I was like, actually, no, I think I need to go put it back in now. Because I wanted you to have your own mantra through the month. And I was like, Jill, keep it simple. I always pack in way too much. And I'm kind of like, I'm the classic overachiever and an overgiver. And I'm like, give them everything, give them everything. But then completely aware that for some people, that's just like mega overwhelm. Yeah. So I'm trying to be more more judicious in what I give you. Oh, Michelle saying, in fact, I'm looking forward to making a few wrong ones now. Yeah, because you're just going to go, oh, it was just a decision, wasn't it? Yeah, just is what it is. It is what it is. So, Michelle, I am confident to make decisions. That's all it needs to be. I am confident to make decisions. Hannah, I am at ease with making decisions. Rebecca, I'm excited about making decisions. And Jan, I'm willing to make decisions. So those of you watching on the replay, I want you to feel like if you want, you can message me. Message me and tell me what your mantra was. I would love to hear that, and create something for yourself and just keep it on repeat in your head. Yeah. Make a little screensaver of it, for yourself. And if you want to know the easiest way to do that, if you're on social media, go to Facebook, Instagram, or whatever, and go to your story and go to create a post, click on story, and then just type it in what you want, and then you can save, and it'll save it to your phone, and then you can have that to look at, and you can even put it as your screensaver. Simple, simple, simple. Yay. Oh, confident, at ease, positive, excited, willing, accepting. This is the future. So excited for you. Are there any questions any of you would like to ask in this moment before I just give you a little bit more of housekeeping? We close the circle. Give me a wave if there's a question. Okay, doesn't look like there are. Fabulous. Okay. So okay. All right, my lovelies. So here we are at the end of the circle, and we thank all those who came to work with us, to hold this space for us, to work with us and through us, to bring their healing, their love, their wisdom, their guidance, so that we can do this for ourselves and for each other. We thank all of you, and we release you now with love. We offer our deepest bow and our gratitude for all that you are, for all that we are. We thank you. We release you now with love. We bring in divine white light into ourselves, into the circle. We're connecting with Mother Earth. We receive all that we need to continue our journey over the next 28 days. A journey of growth, of healing, of enlightenment, expansion, of intuitive, deep intuitive knowing of what is right for us. Receiving all that we need from Mother Earth and offering up to Mother Earth all that no longer serves, to be cleansed and transmuted into white healing light for the divine purpose of healing and expansion for yourself and for all others. And now connecting in with divine source, receiving all that we need for clarity, for wisdom and truth, for the deepest intuitive knowing. Handing over all that no longer serves. To be cleansed and instantly transmuted into white healing light for the divine purpose of healing and expansion for yourself and for all others. Pulling back your energy, calling it back to you now, calling it back from all timelines, all lifetimes, all ancestral lines, all directions of space and time, calling it back to you now. And as you call it back to you now, calling back all soul fragments to be integrated now. Calling it back to you now, cleansed and transmuted into white healing light for the divine purpose of healing and expansion for yourself and for all others. And thanking yourself, appreciating yourself for being here, bringing yourself to this space, gifting yourself this time to heal, to grow, to forgive, and calling in compassion, receiving compassion for ourselves and for all others. And now, closing the circle. While the circle is closed and we go our own ways, we are always connected. We're always here with ourselves and with each other. And just coming back now to this space. Just opening your eyes. Next month, my lovelies, due to popular demand, and Michelle saying, please, 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 can we have more tapping? I'm aiming to do Circle of Love, which is the tapping circle. So there'll be some heart breathing and then there'll be some tapping. And when we do the tapping, everyone works on their own thing. But also somebody gets to sit in the seat of change, which is always really exciting because then everyone goes, I've forgotten what I was working on, but it's still shifted anyway. And I had so much synchronicity with this person, what I was saying, and oh, it was fascinating. I just love it, love it, love it, love it. And it feels like the right time. So thank you, Michelle, for giving me another nudge last month going, please, can we have some more tapping? So that's going to come back. I'm going to look at the dates over the next few months and see if it will fit with my diary. I don't know whether to do it always on a Wednesday, so that we kind of like people can get that in their heads, or whether to tie it in with the new moon, and then we can have the ancestral circle on that full moon. So I'll kind of have a look at the dates on my diary and see what will work. So Wednesday, 6th of June, Circle of Love. Sunday, the 23rd of June, Ancestral Circle. Okay, now you are here now, so you have the opportunity to say what you would like the focus to be for each of those. Ooh, no pressure, but there's like giving you carte blanche here to say, oh, please can we have this? Because I think it was Jan and Michelle last time said, can we please have something to do with procrastination and decision making? And I was like, well, that's really good. And then as soon as I started thinking about it, I was like, oh my God, I've been so caught up in trying to make a left brain, like really rational, grown up decision making about which business coach to work with. And I was like, and like some decisions over my branding. And because I'm having like this whole thing done. And I was like, oh my gosh, Jill, just get out of your head, come back into your body and just like that, all sorted. And yet I've been faffing and deliberating. So I love it because I'm always totally 100% aware that whatever comes out of my mouth or whatever flies out my fingers when I'm kind of creating a post or putting something together is totally relevant to me. Always 100% totally relevant to me. So thank you for being my mirrors as well, because I love that. So what would you like, my loves? Any ideas? Putting you on the spot now. And in fact, while you're having to think about that, I'm going to say to everybody, thank you for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We've just come to the 90-minute mark. If you're watching this on replay, or even those of you who are here live tonight, contact me afterwards. If you've got any questions, always really, really happy to speak with you. I'm always at the end of an email. And yeah, any questions you've got at all about the process, about the 28-day kind of energy alchemy journey that you're taking yourself on, then just pop me a message. Thank you. Thank you for being here, for being you, and for doing this work with us and collectively for us. So thank you, my loves. Go well. Stop record.